does it take to build a successful coaching business? My name is Cristian Flora and I built one seven-figure coaching business, and now I'm helping others do the exact same thing. And in this video I want to explain you how long does it take to go from, let's say, 0 to 10k, and from 10k to 50k, and from 50k to 100, 150 to 100k. Now, you must be one of those people who are watching all the Make Money Online gurus, and then you see incredible transformations, people going from 0 to 30k in a month, people going from 4k to 98k a month in like the span of 46 days, and you're wondering like, fuck, what are these guys doing that I'm not? And am I stupid for not being able to make so much money so fast? And the answer is, you're not stupid. There are certain things that you don't know, and I want to explain them to you in this video. So the first thing that you don't know is that those results are cherry-picked. So out of all the clients that your favorite guru is working with, only 1% will be able to reach those numbers. I know that because I'm also a client of other gurus, and what the gurus are promising in their videos doesn't match with the reality of things, okay? It's like a totally different world, okay? And you don't know the background of the people that got those numbers so fast. You have no idea if they are maybe charismatic, maybe they have a lot of results that they didn't know how to monetize properly. So there are a lot of intricacies when it comes to making money off of a personal brand on YouTube or on Instagram. And you need to be aware of this, otherwise you'll be scammed, okay? I got scammed plenty of times and I fucking hate it. That's why I even started this business in the first place, because I want to help coaches build a business, but with their feet set in reality, okay? Now, it took me from 2019 till 2021 to make my first $10,000 a month. And from then, it was pretty much up. Maybe just a couple of months I was down at 2k, 3k, or even 0, because I had a depression for some time. I'm gonna get into that in another video probably. But that was like one of the breaking points that helped me go from an employee that has a business to an entrepreneur that runs the business, okay? Now, how long does it take? The hardest part is to find product market fit. So you need to figure out a way or a thing that people really want, and you need to be able to describe what they want with their words. And that's gonna take a lot of tries. That's why you need to create a lot of content on YouTube, on Instagram. You need to find that specific thing that people think about that they cannot verbalize. For example, something that triggered me when I bought something from a guy was that he said something like, you need to hit escape velocity with your content. He said that, and I was actually thinking about that, but I couldn't phrase it. But he was able to phrase it, and that made me book a call with him and buy something from him. So you need a lot of content out there, and you need to see what people are resonating with. So you can find that product market fit. You need to find that message that you can use all the time, okay? Now, if you have that figured out, what I would focus on the most, that would be my main priority. This is my main priority right now on this channel, is to get as many case studies as possible. So I have my own personal story. I built a 7-figure business. Now I'm helping others scale to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And for some people it takes longer. For some people it's way faster, right? But now I'm trying to build my portfolio of case studies so I can create my coaching methodology. Because right now, everything, I'm being completely honest with you, everything is custom. So for every single person that I'm working with, I need to find out what works for them. I don't have yet a plug and play system, because I know how Instagram works, I know how LinkedIn works, I know how YouTube works, I know how email works. I have email sequences that I'm giving to my clients. I have different systems. But right now I'm building everything from scratch for each person. And this is like a plus for the clients that are working with me, is because I'm building everything for them instead of having something that is plug and play, if that makes sense. So it takes time. You need to get those case studies up so you can flex every single result that you have from them. That was my biggest mistake in my past business. I was only flexing one type of success, which was the final the final result, okay? And I used to have in-depth 30-minute videos, and that's what helped me scale from 10K to 50K really fast. But if I would go back in time, what I would do is I would screenshot every single time someone says something good about my program, and then I would post it in the YouTube community. I would post it on LinkedIn if you have a platform there. I would post it on Instagram, on stories. I would make reels. I would just flex my results and my clients' results every single day. This is my biggest regret in my past business. I could have made $1 million a month, but I was too shy to do it. Okay, I heard something once from a lady. I was in a club in Chelsea, and she said to me, if you hesitate, you masturbate. That's what she said to me. She was 45. She tried to pick me up. I'm not gonna tell you if she did it successfully, but she said that to me, and that stayed with me till now, I guess, which is since 2018. You do the maths. That's like 7 years. So you need to flex your results as much as you can, as often as you can. You should put it in your calendar. Today you should brag. Somehow you should brag. Brag. If you look at the coaches that are selling you a program on how to get coaching clients, what do they do all day? They flex. Why? Because that's bottom of the funnel content. That's bottom of the funnel, and that shows your authority. That shows that you have experience, expertise, and that you know what you're talking about. Most people, most coaches, most consultants, they just make videos about their tips, right? Or they make very general type of videos to bring in views. But if you do not understand the mechanism of conversion, you'll just get empty views without having the ability to convert them. And last time I checked, you cannot pay your rent with views. You can only pay your rent with cash. And cash comes by you bragging. Most of us don't brag because we are conditioned from school by our teachers to stay silent, to be shy, to not show off, to stay in our seat, to not make noise. But no, if you want to make money online, you need to be noisy, because people will forget you, and you'll lose in front of someone who is more noisy than you, who has a shittier program than you, who doesn't give a fuck about their clients. I personally gave a lot of shits about my clients. In fact, when my clients didn't have results in my program, it wasn't even because of me necessarily, it was the market, and that's one of the reasons why I got out of my previous business. I couldn't brag because I cared too much about my clients' success stories, while my competitor didn't give a shit, and he was making $1 million a month. He was making claims that were insane. I was looking at his claims, I was like, this guy is scamming. I was never able to scam. My heart never let me. But if you want to end up to that point where people like quite literally flock to you, you need to brag more often, and you need to make in-depth testimonial interviews with your clients. This worked so well. This is insane, right? But I have such a niche channel, teaching people programming, 25,000 subscribers. I was the smallest out of all the guys that were teaching coding. I was the smallest, but everyone looked up to me and was respecting me because they knew I was making a lot of money. Okay, and I was getting so many inquiries that I used to charge $5 for someone to speak with my sales rep. Okay, this might sound crazy because some of you can't book a call even if your life depends on it, but I used to charge $5 for a consultation call, for a sales call, because I did these things right, and I didn't even do them properly. So I beg you, stop looking at these guys that are making crazy amounts of money overnight, because in most cases it's not true. It takes a lot of time till you can build a business. And even me, I fall for this bullshit. I fall for it many times. And that's because we are gullible. As humans, we are gullible. We want to believe things. But you can only build a business with strategy, with determination, with bragging, with making sure that your clients are getting results, and being completely honest with them. Okay? People will respect you more and will eventually buy from you if you tell them the truth. And it's hard, But trust me, if you spend the next 6 months obsessed with your client success story and you post every day about how great they are doing in your program, not only you'll find out what really works for your clients, okay, you'll develop your unique mechanism, you have more confidence. That's gonna come across in your content. That's gonna get you more clients than any course on hooks and whatever. I always tried looking at those courses and I always thought they're fucking cringe and they never really work for me because my brain doesn't work in fucking hooks. Let's talk about this shit, and whoever wants to see it, they will see it. If they have TikTok brain and I need to hook them and whatever, then they can fuck off, in my opinion. But yeah, so just finished the gym session. Now I'm going home. I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace out.